Ms. Platt. So thank you for giving us your time today. We have a brief pause when we wait for Rich to come out. While we wait, I should let you know that we will have, at the end of this entire competition, 3 place winners, a 3rd place, a 2nd place, and a 1st place winner. The 1st place winner will go on to the regional competitions and continue just reciting beautiful poetry at that point. And at that level, you have 3 poems to recite. So it's like, okay. Okay, without further ado, let us begin our first round of student competitions.
Hello, my name is Alyssa Littlejohn, and I will be reciting Song by Joanna Fairley. What voice is this, thou evening gale, that mingles with thy rising wail, and, as it passes, sadly sings the faint return of youthful dreams? Though now its strain is wild and drear, lithe be thy once blissful cheer, sweet as the nightbird's sweetest song, dear as the lisp of infant's tongue. It was the voice at whose sweet flow the heart did beat, and cheek did glow, and lip did smile, and eye did weep, and motion love the measure keep. All to be thy sound, soft gale of even, thus to my wistful fancy given. And, though its strain is wild and drear, the dead shall seem to live again. Thank you.
Between each student recitation, we just give a few seconds, 30 seconds to a minute for judges to finish their tabulation before the next student comes up. So let's just sit patiently.
Hello, my name is Lili Mora, and I'll recite Manhunt or Ode to First Kisses by Elizabeth Elzevedo. It was always the older kids running to Riverside, hiding behind trees and underneath jungle gems, holding their breath in the darkness as the other team tried to find them. I could not wait to be old enough. A captor's arms clasping. Manhunt. Manhunt. 1, 2, 3. This poem asks me to turn the compass in a different direction, perhaps commentary on police, or the assaults that happen in the dark when children play games, while adults sip beers in summer, unrolls a carpet. It's the worst of memories. Being honest means offering more than one draft. The game was a different kind of winning. The chase about the waiting, wanting to hear a countdown softly whispered as the July air stuck our baby hairs to our necks, and everything was playful in the damp. Thank you.
My name is Lucas Williams, and I will be reciting The Arrow in the Song by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I shot an arrow into the air. Fell to earth, I knew not where. For so swiftly it flew, sight could not follow its flight. I breathed the song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight so keen and strong that can follow the flight of song? Long afterward, in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroken. And the song, from beginning to end, I found again in the heart, front. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sandra Lee, and I will be reciting to David about his education by Howard Memrall. The world is full of mostly invisible things, and there is no way but putting the mind's eye or its nose in a book to find out. Things like the square root of Everest, or how many times Barron goes into Texas, or whether the law of the excluded middle applies west of the Rockies. For these and the like reasons, you have to go to school and study books and listen to what you are told and sometimes try to remember. Though I don't know what you would do with the mean annual rainfall on Plato's Republic or the calorie content of the diet of worms. Such things are said to be good for you, and you will have to learn them in order to become one of the grown-ups, who sees invisible things neither steadily nor whole, but keeps bravely the grand confusion of the world under his hat, which is where it belongs, and teaches small children to do this in their turn. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Henry, and I will be reciting Won't You Celebrate With Me by Lucille Clifton. Thank you. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model, born in Babylon, both non-white and woman. What did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay. My one hand holding tight my other hand. Come, celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Thank you.
My name is Jessica Lee. My name is Jessica Lee. This is The World is Too Much with Us by William Wordsworth. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours, enter up gathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. It moves us not. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan, someone in a creed outworn, so might I, standing on this pleasantly, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear, O Trident, blow his wreathed horn. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michelle Dang, and I will be reciting Violins by Rowan Ricardo Phillips. He never saw a violin, but he saw a lifetime of violence. This is not to presume that if he had simply seen a violin, he would have seen less violence, or that living among violins as though they were boulangeries or toppling stacks of other glazed goods would have made the violins less crack and more cocaine. Less, of course, and more, why, God? Oh, why? More of one thing doesn't rhyme with one thing. A slope of stars doesn't rhyme with star. A posse of poets doesn't rhyme with poet. We are all in prison. This is the brutal lesson of the 21st century. Swilled like a sour stone through the vein of the beast who watches you while you eat. Our eternal host, the chummed fiddler. A better tomorrow, 2016. Thank you.
My name is Emma Smigney-Smolinski, and I will be reciting Breakfast by Mary Lamb. A dinner party, coffee, tea, sandwich or supper all may be in their way pleasant. But to me not one of these deserves the praise that welcomers of newborn days of breakfast merit. Ever giving cheerful notice we are living another day refreshed by sleep in its festival we keep. Now although I would not slight those kindly words we use, good night, yet parting words are words of sorrow, and may not vie with sweet good morrow, with which again our friends we greet when in the breakfast room we meet, at the social table round, listening to the lively sound of those notes which never tire, of urn or kettle on the fire. Sleepy Robert never hears or urn or kettle. He appears when all are finished one by one, dropping off and breakfast done. Yet has he to his own pleasure, his breakfast hours, his hour of leisure. And left alone he reads or muses, or else in idle mood he uses to sit and watch the ventures fly, where the sugar's piled high, clambering over lumps so white, rocky cliffs of sweet delight. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Malden, and I'll be reciting the lyrics by Aydah. Where is the promise of my years when spreading on the brow? Airs, agonies and fears, brought with them all that speaks in tears. Ere I had sunk beneath my peers, where sleeps that promise now? Naught lingers to redeem those hours. Still to memory sweet, or withered up. The flowers that bloomed in sunny hours are withered all. And evil towers, supreme above her sister's powers of sorrow and deceit. I look along the fallen years and see life's risen fame, just where it fell, and made the jeers of scornful lips whose mocking sneers forever hiss within mine ears to break. I can, but all my life is vain. I miss the goal I sought to gain. I miss the measure of the strain that lulls fame's fever in the brain and bids her stillness cease. Myself, alas, for theme so poor, the theme but rich in fear. I stand erect on air's shore, a spectre not within the blue, a houseless shadow evermore, in exile lingering. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Isabella Olivera, and I will be reciting The Chimney Sweeper When My Mother Died, I Was Very Young by William Blake. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me, while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 weep. So your chimneys I sweep, and in suit I sleep. There's little Tom Dacre who cried when his head that curled like a lamb's back was shaved. So I said, hush, Tom, never mind it, for when your head's bare, you know that the suit cannot spoil your white hair." And so he was quiet. And that very night, as Tom was asleep, and he had such a sight that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack, were all of them locked up in coffins of black. And by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free. Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing, they run, and wash in the river and shine in the sun. Then naked and white, all their bags left behind, they rise upon clouds and sport in the wind. And so Tom awoke, and we rose in the dark and got, with our bags and our brushes, to work. Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm, so if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. Thank you.
My name is Kylie Frey, and I will be reciting "Hope is the Thing with Feathers" by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. It sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abast the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. Yet never in extremity has it asked a crumb of me. Thank you.
And I recited the poem "To Solitude" by Alice Carey. I am weary of the working, weary of the long day's heat. To thy comfortable bosom wilt thou take me, spirit sweet? Weary of the long line struggle for a pathway bright and high. Weary of the dimly dying hopes that never quite all die. Weary searching a bad cipher for a good that must be met. Discontent with being weary, weary with my discontent. I am weary of the trusting where my trust but torment prove. Wilt thou keep faith with me? Wilt thou be my true and tender love? I am weary, drifting, driving like an helpless bark at sea. Kindly, comfortable spirit, wilt thou give thyself to me? Give thy birds to sing me sonnets, give thy winds my cheeks to kiss, and thy mossy rocks to stand for the memorials of our bliss. I, in reverence, will hold thee, never vexed with jealous ills. Though thy wild and wimbly waters wind about 1,000 hills. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ryan Cogswell, and I will be reciting Ah, Why Because the Dazzling Sun by Emily Bronte. Ah, why? Because the dazzling sun restored my earth to joy, have you departed, every one, and left a desert sky? All through the night your glorious eyes were gazing down in mine, and with a full heart thankful sighs, I blessed that watch divine. I was at peace and drank your beams as they were life to me, and reveled in my changeful dreams like petrel on the sea. Thought followed thought, star followed star, through boundless regions on, while one sweet influence near and far thrilled through and proved us one. Why did the morning rise to break, so great, so pure a spell, and scorch with fire the tranquil cheek where your cool radiance fell? Blood ready rose and arrow straight, his fierce beam struck my brow. The soul of nature spring elate, but mine sank sad and low. My lids closed down, yet through their veil I saw him blazing still, and bathe in gold the misty dale, and flash upon the hill. I turned me to the pillow then, to call back night and see. Your words of solemn light again throb with my heart and me. It would not do, the pillow glowed and glowed both roof and floor, and birds sang loudly in the wood, and fresh wind shook the door. The curtains waved, the wakened flies were murmuring round my room, imprisoned there till I should rise and give them leave to roam. O stars and dreams and gentle night, O night and stars return, and hide me from the hostile light that does not warm but burn, that drains the blood of suffering men, drinks tears instead of dew. Let me sleep through his blinding rain, and only wake with you. Thank you.
That concludes the first round of the student recitations. Let's give the students a round of applause. To break up the two rounds of student recitations, as I said, we'll have a staff competition round. At the end of this round, the students will vote on who had the strongest recitation, and then they will receive a plaque, the David Holland Memorial Trophy, to celebrate the legacy of David Holland, who was a teacher here and would do outstanding recitations of poetry throughout our competitions. So the 6 staff members that are going to be reciting today, I'll call them up, and I'll ask the audience, just give us a few minutes to get that together. So just sit tight, and then we'll start those momentarily. But the 6 staff members will be Mr. Mastrangelo. Let's give them a round of applause as they head up. Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Mauser. Mr. Pitnoff. Mr. Charles, and Ms. Clapp. So let's just take a 1 to 2 minute break, and then we will start these competitions.
I'm going first because I do need support. I want to go with the kids. So this is a poem that I wrote 3-4 years ago. So she walks in beauty like the night. She walks in beauty like the night, cloudless pines and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet her aspects of her eyes. Thus mellow to that tender light, heaven to the gaudy day. One shade the more, one ray the less, that how compared to nameless grace, which waves in every brazen tress, a softly light face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear, their dwelling place. And on that cheek and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet elegant, the smiles that win the tinseled glow, that tells the days in goodness spent. A mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mastrangelo. Next we have Mr. Charles.
I'll say ditto to Mr. Mastrangelo's comments for starting his poem, but I also wanted to say something. The poem that I'm going to read is called Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. But before I read it, I would like you to remove the word son and try to place yourself in there, because I think there's a message of hope that I'd like you to see. Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me, and be no crystal stair. It's had stacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor. Bare. But all the time, I've been a-climbing on, and reaching, lending, and turning corners. And sometimes going in the dark where there be no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you step down on the steps, because you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I is still going, honey. I is still climbing. And life, for me, and being no crystal stair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Next we have Mr. Rodriguez.
Ciao, buenos días a todos. So my name is Javier Rodriguez Diaz. I teach Italian and Spanish here at Malden High School. And today I'm going to recite the poem Tu me quieres blanca by Alfonsina Storch. In this poem, the title has the word blanca, which in this case doesn't translate as white, but as pure. And the poem is by one of the first feminist writers in Latin America, and she's denouncing the double standards of men in society. Tú me quieres blanca, me quieres de espumas, me quieres de nácar, que sea azucena, sobre todas casta, de perfume tenue, corola cerrada, ni un rayo de luna filtrado me halla, ni una margarita se diga mi hermana. Tú me quieres nibia, tú me quieres blanca, tú me quieres alba. Tú que hundiste todas las copas a manos, de frutos y mieles, los labios morados. Tú que en el banquete, cubierto de pámpanos, dejaste las carnes festejando a Baco. Tú que en los jardines negros del engaño, vestido de rojo, corriste al estrago. Tú que el esqueleto conservas intacto, no sé todavía por cuáles milagros. Me pretendes blanca, Dios te lo perdone. Me pretendes casta, Dios te lo perdone. Me pretendes alba. Huye hacia los bosques, vete a la montaña, límpiate la boca, vive en las cabañas. Toca con las manos la tierra mojada, alimenta el cuerpo con raíz amarga, bebe de las rocas, duerme sobre la escarcha, renueva tejidos con salitre y agua. Habla con los pájaros y lévate al alba. Y cuando las carnes te sean tornadas, y cuando hayas puesto en ella el alma, que por las asbobas se quedó enredada, entonces, buen hombre, entonces, preténdeme blanca, preténdeme nibia, preténdeme casta. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Next we have Mr. Mauser.
I'll work on this. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. How's it going? My name is Mr. Mauser. I'm going to do a poem called Help by Chelsea. I walked through the wildwood, and what did I see? But a unicorn with his horn stuck in a tree, crying, "Someone please help me before it's too late." I hollered, "Oh, for you!" He hollered back, "Wait! How much will it hurt? How long will it take? Are you sure that my horn will not scratch, bend, or break?" How hard will you pull? How much must I pay? Must we do it right now, or is Wednesday okay? Have you done this before? Do you have all the right tools? Have you graduated from horn-saving school? Will I owe you a favor? And what will it be? Can you promise that you will not damage the tree? Should I close my eyes? Should I sit down or stand? Do you have insurance? Have you washed your hands? And after you free me, tell me what then? Can you guarantee that I won't get stuck again? Tell me then. Tell me how. Tell me why. Tell me where. I guess that he's still sitting there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mauser. And next we have Miss Clapp.
All right, I'm Ms. Clapp, and I'm going to be reciting a poem today called How to Triumph Like a Girl by Aydah Limon. I like the lady horses best. The way they make it seem so easy, as if running 40 miles per hour is as much fun as taking a nap or grass. I like their lady horse swagger after winning. Ears up, girls, ears up. But mainly, let's be honest, I like that they're ladies. As if this big, dangerous animal is also a part of me. That somewhere inside the delicate skin of my body, there comes an 8-pound female horse heart. Giant with power, heavy with blood. Don't you want to believe it? Don't you want to lift my shirt and see the huge, beating genius machine that thinks, no, that knows it's going to come in first?
Thank you, Ms. Clapp. And to end our staff recitations, we have Mr. Pitnoff.
Good morning, my name is Matt Pitnoff, and I'm proud to be a member of the English Language Education Group, the ELLs, here at the high school. Poetry is everywhere. These are lyrics from a song sung by Barbara Cook called Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn was a major movie star in the 1940s. You'll also hear a reference to the Union Station, which was the major train station in Los Angeles, and to Reseda, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. In the hall, on a wall, in a house in Reseda, is a poster held up by 2 nails and a pin. It's my daddy, the actor, about to die with his boots on. He's the man standing up there next to Errol Flynn. He got 3rd or 4th billing at the end of each picture. That don't seem much, he would say with a grin, but he held my hand tight as he pointed his name out, only 4 or 5 names down below Errol Flynn. Now fame is fleeting. Stars that keep falling. Stand right up there. That's the business of art. Luck kisses some and she passes by others. Disappointment and bourbon are hard on the heart. Now the women and beers in the years with old Errol, they took their toll and took him from my side. He kissed me goodbye at the old Union Station. That's the last time I saw him, the last time I cried. Now I'm sitting alone in a house in Reseda, watching the Late Show as moonlight shines in. Then up on the screen, here comes my daddy. It's a sad, funny feeling. Now I'm older than him. So you daddies and daughters, you sons and you mothers, remember, life's over before it begins. So love one another and stand close together, as close as my dad did to old Errol Flynn.
Let's give all of our faculty members a round of applause for getting on stage and supporting what all the students have done. They too recognize that it is a challenge, reciting and getting on stage in front of people to perform. So our students on stage will be voting on the strongest recitation. So we'll give them a moment to do that. In the meantime, I just want to explain that our winner will have their name added to this plaque. As I said, we've been doing this for quite some time. So they'll be added right there, and they'll also get a David Holland plaque for winning. So give us a moment to tabulate, to select, and we'll name our staff winner for the 2022 Poetry Out Loud Finals competition. Give me a moment. Okay, so our winner for the 2022 Poetry Out Loud Staff Competition, receiving the David Holland plaque, is Miss Clapp. But again, I think all of the staff members that volunteered to do this deserve a round of applause, so thank you all. Okay, at this point, we will continue with our second and final round of student recitations. We'll go in reverse order this time. So the same applies. Thank you for being supportive of our students on stage and giving your undivided attention, not having side conversations or using your phones, as that can be distracting. All right, here we go. Without further ado, let's begin.
Hello, my name is Ryan Cogswell, and I will be reciting I Remember, by Thomas Hood. I remember, the house where I was born, the little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. He never came a wink too soon, or brought too long a day, but now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. I remember the roses red and white, the violets and the lily cups, those flowers made of light, the lilacs where the robin built and where my brother sat, the laburnum on his birthday, the tree is living yet. I remember where I was used to swing and thought the air must rush as fresh to swallows on the wing. My spirit flew in feathers then, that is so heavy now, and summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. I remember the fir trees dark and high. I used to think their slender tops were close against the sky. It was a childish ignorance, but now 'tis little joy to know I'm farther off from heaven than when I was a boy. Thank you.
As though longing for the charm of distressed faith. Then, we couldn't help expressing grief. So many things descended without warning. Labor wasted, love lost, houses gone, marriages broken, friends estranged, ambitions worn away by immediate need. Words lined up in our throats for a good whining. Grief seemed like an endless river, the only immortal flow of life. After losing a land and then giving up a tongue, we stopped talking of grief. Smiles began to brighten our faces. We laughed a lot, our own mess. Things become beautiful, even hailstones in the strawberry field. Thank you. My name is Kylie Frey, and I will be reciting the Albatross by Aydah. When I know you are coming home, I put on this necklace. Glass beads on a silken thread of blue that used to match my eyes. I like to think I'm remembering you. I like to think you don't forget. The necklace lies heavy on my skin. It clatters when I reach down to lift my screaming child. I swing her, roll her in my arms until she forgets. The beads glitter in the flicker of a TV set as I sit her on my lap and wish away the afternoon. I wait until I hear a gate latch lift, the turn of key and lock. I sit amongst toys and unwashed clothes. I sit and she fingers the beads until you speak, in a voice that no longer seems familiar, only strange. I turn as our child tugs at the string. I hear a snap and a sound like falling rain. Thank you.
I'm Isabella Oliveira, and I will be reciting Song in a Minor Key by Dorothy Parker. There's a place I know where the birds swing low and the wayward vines go roaming, where the lilacs nod and a marble goddess pale in scented gloaming. And at sunset there comes a lady fair whose eyes are deep with yearning. By an old, old gate does the lady wait, her own true love's returning. But the days go by, and the lilacs die, and trembling birds see cover. Yet the lady stands with her long, white hands held out to greet her lover. And it's there she'll stay till the shadowy day a monument they grave her. She'll always wait by the same old gate, the gate her true love gave her. Thank you.
And I'll be reciting Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history, bitter, twisted lines. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like the dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with me? 'Cause I walk like a god oil loves. Just like moons, like suns, with certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me break? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders wound down in teardrops, weakened by my surprise? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it off your heart? 'Cause I laughed like a dog with lines. Did you? Never. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like a god diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. My black ocean leaping and wide, long and swollen, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing gifts that my answers gave. I will dream and hope. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Emma Smolinski, and I will be reading Song in the Front Yard by Gwendolyn Brooks. I've been in the front yard all my life. I want to be at the back, where it's rough and untended and hungry weed grows. A girl that's sick of a rose. I want to go in the backyard now and maybe down in the alley to where the charity children play. I want a good time today. They do some wonderful things. They have some wonderful fun. My mother sneers, but I say it's fine how they don't have to go in at 8:45. Mother says that Johnny May will grow up to be a bad one, that George will be taken to jail soon. On account of last winter, he sold our back gate. But I say it's fine, honest, I do, and I'd like to be a bad woman too, and wear the brave stocking and night black lace, and strut down the street with paint on my face. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michelle Day, and I will be reciting In Felix by Aydah Isaacs Mencken. Where is the promise of my years, once written on my brow? Errors, agonies, and fears brought with them all that speaks in tears, ere I had sunk beneath my peers. Where sleeps that promise now? Not lingers to redeem those hours, still to memory sweet. The flowers that bloomed in sunny bowers are withered all, and evil towers supreme above her sister powers of sorrow and deceit. I look along the columned years and see life's ribbon fade, just where it fell, amid the jeers of scornful lips, whose mocking sneers forever hiss within mine ears, to break the sweet pain. I can but own my life is vain, a desert void of peace. I miss the goal I sought to gain. I miss the measure of a strain that lulls men's fever in the brain and bids earth's tumult cease. Myself, alas, seems so poor, a fiend rich in fear. I stand a wreck on the airless shore, a spectre melts in the door. House of shadow evermore, in exile lingering here. Thank you.
My name is Jessica Lee. I'll be reciting Human Family by Maya Angelou. I know the obvious differences in the human family. Some of us are serious, some thrive on comedy, some declare their lives are lived as true profundity, and others claim they really live the real reality. The variety of our skin tones can confuse, muse the lights, brown and pink and beige and purple, tan and blue and white. I've sailed upon the 7 seas and stopped in every land. I've seen the wonders of the world. Not yet one common man. I know 10,000 women called Jane and Mary Jane, but I've not seen any two who really were the same. Mirror twins are different. although their features jibe, and lovers think quite different thoughts while lying side by side. We love and lose in China. We weep on England's moors, and laugh and moan in Guinea, and thrive on Spanish shores. We seek success in Finland, are born and die in Maine. In minor ways we differ. In major, we are the same. I know the obvious differences between each sort and type, but we are more alike, my friends, than we are unlike. We are more alike, my friends, than we are unlike. We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Henry, and I'll be reciting On Liberty and Slavery by George Moses Horton. Thank you. Alas, and am I born for this? To wear this slavish chain, deprived of all created bliss through hardship, toil, and pain. How long have I in bondage lain and languished to be free? Alas, and must I still complain, deprived of liberty? Oh heaven, and is there no relief, this side the silent grave, to soothe the pain, to quell the grief and anguish of the slave? Come liberty, thou cheerful sound, roll through my ravished ears, and let my grief and joys be drowned and drive away my fears. Say unto foul oppression, cease! Ye tyrants rage no more, and let the joyful trump of peace now bid the vassal soar. Soar on the pinions of that dove, which long has cooed for thee, and breathed her notes from the Afric's grove, the sound of liberty. O liberty, thou golden prize, so often sought by blood, we crave thy sacred sun to rise, the gift of nature's God. Bid slavery hide her haggard face, and barbarism fly. I scorn to see the sad disgrace in which enslaved I lie. Dear liberty, upon thy breast I languish to respire, and like the swan unto her nest, I'd like to thy smiles retire. O blessed asylum, heavenly balm, unto thy boughs I flee, and in thy shades the storm shall calm with songs of liberty. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sandra Lee, and I will be reciting The World is Too Much with Us by Williams Wordsworth. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. It moves us not. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have sight, O Proteus, rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his rugged horn. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lucas Williams, and I'll be reciting Dreamers by Siegfried Sassoon. Soldiers are citizens of death's great land, drawing no dividend from time's tomorrows. In the great hour of destiny they stand, each with his feuds and jealousies and sorrows. Soldiers are sworn to action. They must win some flaming, fatal climax with their lives. Soldiers are dreamers. When the guns begin, they think of firelit homes, clean beds, and wives. See them in foul dugouts, gnawed like rats. And in the ruined trenches, lashed with rain, dreaming of things they did with balls and bats, and mocked by hopeless longing to regain bank holidays and picture shows and spats. Going to the office in the train. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Delini Mora, and I'll recite April Love by Ernest Townsend. We have walked in love's land a little way. We have learned his lesson a little while. And shall we not part at the end of day with a sigh, a smile? A little way in the shine of the sun, we were twined together. Joined lips, forgot how the shadows fall when the day is done and when love is not. We have made no vows, though none be broke. Our love was free as the wind on the hill. There was no word said, we need wish unspoke. We have wrought no ill. So shall we not part at the end of day that have loved and lingered a little while? Join lips for the last time. Go our way with a sigh, a smile. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alyssa Littlejohn, and I will be reciting Siren Song by Margaret Atwood. This is the one song everyone would like to learn. The song that is irresistible. The song that forces men to leap overboard in squadrons, even though they see the beach skulls. The song nobody knows, because anyone who has heard it is dead, and the others can't remember. Shall I tell you the secret? And if I do, will you get me out of this bird suit? I don't enjoy it here, squatting on this island, looking picturesque and mythical, with these two feathery maniacs. I don't enjoy singing this trio. Fatal and valuable. I will tell the secret to you, only to you. Come closer. This song is a cry for help. Help me. Only you can. You are unique. At last. Alas! It is a boring song, but it works. every time. Thank you.
That concludes the second round of poetry recitations. Let's give all the students a round of applause. But I do want you to hear who got third, second, and first place. And our first place winner will again go on to regional competitions. But I do think that we have strong competition today. And after not having done this for a year, you all have done spectacular. Putting Ms. Clapp's math skills to the test here. Okay, when I call the student's name, please come up to receive your Poetry Out Loud placing in our finals competition. In third place, we have Brian Cogswell. In second place, we have Jaylene Mora. And in first place to represent Malden High School at our Regionals Poetry Out Loud competition for the state, we have Jessica Lee. A round of applause again to the students on stage and you as great audience members. With that, you are now dismissed. Thank you so much for your participation and attention. Have a great day.